Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Happy Valentine's. Yes, we're still in Valentine mood, even though I and Coach Ebuka are not wearing red, but we love you. We love all of you. Thank you so much for being here again. It's another Wednesday. It's a midweek. It's a midday. It's midday time, and every time around this time, we're here to have conversations with teen parents and teen mentors about issues that are upon us as teens, as teen mentors or teen parents. So today we're going to be talking about something very, 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 very interesting. And the reason is when we deal with teenagers, the kind of questions they ask. I don't know, Coach Ebuka, I'm sure you had your own fair share over the weekend in
As in,
church, in church, and
Christians,
all the
berekete.
all the places you've been to. Sometimes you listen to them speak, you pity them.
I'm
You
telling you.
for me, I am worried. I'm worried because their knowledge is skewed. And
Mm-hmm.
like one of my mentors will say, he says that incomplete, incorrect information is as bad as no as ignorance, is as bad as
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
which is even more, I can't even tell. But what I know is that the effect on our children are enormous. I'm so happy that Coach Ebuka cancelled all these appointments, past, present, and future, to be at this talk show. You guys will not understand. He
They good.
practically cancelled
Cancel,
to be
cancel,
here
cancel.
because I really needed a balanced conversation coming from the boys' angle, and then I'll be coming from the girls' angle. But I want
Yeah.
us to understand that the reason why we are doing this is for your good.
Mm.
If you go out there and you expect that our teenagers will just have this automatic
Mm.
information or knowledge about these things, you are wrong.
Yeah.
I run the teens mentoring club. That's like the ministry arm of what I do. And on
Yeah.
Sunday we met. So that session we do on Playbook where we have gender session, the girls, the
Yeah.
boys. The girls were done. So I now strolled to the boys. What I heard, I became sad, honestly speaking. I became sad. Because we're talking about love and loss. That's when I knew that
Mm.
these children don't even have they don't know.
I'm
One
telling
boy was
you.
confidently talking. So if you don't lost, you cannot love. I was in shock.
Nguanu. Nguanu.
I was in he was talking and they were really hey! I nearly fainted on a more serious note. I just called the team. I said,
Mm.
you know what? We have work. I've always known we have work, but now
You walk berekete.
I am fully convinced. Because if a purpose of a thing is not
Mm-hmm.
known,
I've used it in the I'm
how
telling
can
you.
you even begin to use it well?
How? How?
So let's go to the basic.
Mm.
The king of boys, thank you so much for coming. Don't take it for granted. I hope your boys are very okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
they are doing well. Oh.
they better be okay. How can we
mm.
define? Let's talk about definition because for
Mm.
me, definition is the foundation.
Very
And I've
foundational,
seen
very key.
adults, I've seen adults not even understand this thing. That's why I know it's
Very
a big
true.
deal. I've
Yeah.
seen adults not know that
Yeah.
there's a difference between love and lust. How can somebody
Yes.
say that if you don't lust, you cannot love? Please, I need you to help us with the true and accurate definition of love. It must not be a dictionary, definition.
yeah.
As
Mm.
regards the teenagers, how can you define love to a teenager that he understands?
Hmm. Ah, this love matter, man. Over the weekend, I've been trying to define, to explain to teenagers because the truth is that teenagers have a way they want to see love and define love, and sometimes it's difficult to, to get them to see it from your perspective. We all know that love is commitment. It's just beyond feelings and crushes and all of that. But a teenager wants to see love in that light. For them, if it's not having that thing anytime, telling the person you are this and all of that. You're having something, in your heart, doing this or saying this. Most of them, that is the way they want to define love. But we know it's deeper, there is more. It's a commitment. It's just beyond the feeling. It's just beyond, seeing one girl that is touch and fair and then just walking one kind. Is beyond that. And for me, that is what we must begin to help them understand. And love is not lost or having a crush. It's a commitment, that is backed up by an action for something that is beyond the physical, that is for something that has an a lasting purpose. And that's why, but sometimes I know why it's difficult for them to accept what we say at this time, because at that phase where they are, what they see love as, is just for the now. Their minds have not been, fully, develop to comprehend this definition, because they are still living in the euphoria of puberty and the changes, the period of sexual maturation. So they're in the process of becoming, and most of them wants to see their definition as that process and not the end result. I was sharing with in a school yesterday, and I was telling them, for example, if you are digging maybe to find gold, I say if I want to liken puberty to digging to find gold, when you are digging, you will see mud, you will see leather, you will see other dirty things, all right? Why you may even see sharp sand, but I ask them, is it mud you are looking for? No. You may even see water. Is it water you are looking for? No. What are you looking for is gold. And so if you have not reached there, you might not really understand what we are saying. So many people want to define love based on the process. I say, now why settle for mud when you are looking for gold? Why settle for just water or leather you have seen along the line? When is the gold you are looking for? So most of them want to celebrate mud, want to settle. Oh, yes. Oh, I've seen a very water. Oh, man, this is it. But not knowing that what you're actually looking for is love. So they define it based on that phase. I also tell them, if you're preparing something now, you want to make a very sweet afan soup or a fried rice, and you just put the meat on fire in less than 30 seconds, just put all the ingredients, nothing has even happened, and you just want to start eating like that. I say, it's still on the process. And you need to get to the end result to understand, to feel the taste of that food, to eat it, be satisfied and be happy, and literally understand the taste. So I say you're in process of puberty, but I see many teenagers want to define love as what they feel in the process to becoming, rather than waiting to become to understand. And they also want people who have transited to that point to be able to explain it in their light. So for me, love is commitment, and it's beyond just the physical. But at the same time, I also understand why the teenagers are in this euphoria. Okay, so you need a lot of wisdom, a lot of skills and strategies to communicate. And even parents want to communicate love to teenagers based on where they are, not remembering that these ones are still in the process. They might not be
Exactly.
able to understand it while you explain, because they've not gotten to that process. So what wisdom, what strategies, what skills, how are we able to communicate to them and validate the times they are in, knowing that you also went through that time, so they are now understanding you because you're understanding where they are as they get to that process. So we need a lot of wisdom, even as parents, to explain, and teenagers also need a lot of wisdom and time to be able to really understand love as they hear from us.
Thank you so much. So for me, the greatest take home here is that
Mm,
love is discovery.
mm,
My
mm,
dad, I just remembered a story my dad shared. My dad schooled in
mm.
the US, and
Oh,
he said he had a particular lecturer who was trying to teach them the definition of love.
wow.
He said the guy gave them one mighty book like this that they should go and study love. They tried, they came back.
No
At the
way.
end, the professor told them that there's no definition of love. That
There's
all
no
that they are
definition.
studying. And it makes sense to me
Hmm.
that when we
Hmm.
say that love is discovery. As
Discovery.
you grow older, as you stay on, in the process, as you accept that you
Mm-hmm.
cannot know what love is now. First, that you
Mm-hmm.
even need to accept it. You
Mm-hmm.
don't come and tell me, like I wrote in the caption earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that we were told that love is a feeling. It's feeling when it's doing, because nobody knows the definition now. So
Yes.
young people,
Yes.
when you ask them, hey, how are you? Are you in love?
Mm.
Yes. It's okay. How do
Yes.
you know? You
I
see,
have
it's
a
when you
feeling.
have one
It's
feeling.
doing
So
me.
we need to teach them. Parents, if you're here, thank you so much for joining me. Sorry, I did not welcome you guys officially. It's doing me like that. Like it's not dumping to the conversation. Thank you so much. I can see you. Let us begin to tell our children that, look, you know what?
Hmm.
Nobody, no child,
Hmm.
no peer of
Hmm.
yours can
Hmm.
actually
Hmm.
define love for you. So what you're feeling is
Hmm.
not love. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What you're feeling is not love. You don't know love
Hmm.
yet.
Yeah.
You will understand and discover love as you grow. However, we know what love is not.
Yeah.
We know
Absolutely.
that love is not crush, love is not lost. Love are not the things that we experience. Eh, I feel lonely, so when I have
Hmm.
somebody with me, I'm in love. That's not love.
A shoulder. Yeah.
We don't. That's not love. That we already know that. Then we should also speak to them that how to know love. You see commitment, you see understanding, you see emotional intelligence, self-control. So we know the qualities of love, and
Mm-hmm.
even the Bible has told us
Mm-hmm.
love is patient, love is kind. And I love the fact that you mentioned about patience.
Hmm.
you know this patience thing, we look at it as Bible just gave us 13 qualities of love, or how many qualities? I think there are eight. Love is
Hmm.
patient, kind, is self-control. We just feel like God is too technical about it.
Hmm.
But if you think about it,
Hmm.
the qualities and the principles of love are hinged on those qualities. I wish
Absolutely.
somebody can help me. Go to the
Absolutely.
comment section, go to Google, copy that scripture, what love is in First Corinthians, and paste it for us so that
Hmm.
we can be looking
Absolutely.
at it and seeing that the Bible did not lie when it said
Hmm.
to us that love is
Hmm.
patient.
Hmm.
Many times when we're trying to teach children love, we're teaching with anger and
Yeah.
with criticism.
Yeah.
In your mind, what's wrong with you people? Can't
Hmm.
you see? Don't you know? They don't know.
Yeah. They don't know.
They don't know. They cannot see it. So
They
we
can't see
even
it.
need to be patient to come down to their level and explain these things. One of the things you should do, so we're already talking about the do's and don'ts. One of the
Hmm.
do's you need to do are stories and painting of pictures. You see that picture that Ebuka just painted? It's a beautiful way to explain
Absolutely.
that love is what you discover. But
Hmm.
I could have come here and just gone to the children and say, you guys can never understand love. You have to
You
discover
can
love.
never understand it. Yes.
And how can you know what is love? Get your stories. I don't care if you're teaching your biological children or non-biological children. You always need stories. I remember as a young person, my pastor's wife saying to me that she was trying to explain the timing of love, and she said, can you don't feel like eating, then you now go and start cooking, you bring the food, you put it, will you now want to eat? Everybody was like, yes.
Yes.
And it imprinted in my mind that when you're not ready for commitment, stay away from dating.
Stay away from it. Yeah.
That's how I did
Very
not
true.
date anybody until I met my husband. That's how.
Wow.
That
Wow.
was how I just realized that I can't be dating you, dating, I date, I drop, date and drop. I didn't date and drop.
Hmm.
I know what I want, I go for it. It was from that teaching.
Hmm.
So you cannot teach a child without stories,
Hmm.
without examples,
Hmm.
without an experience that has been tested and proven.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
can't just bring the 10 ways to discover this, the 5 strategies to. They are not adults. You go for a
Hmm.
marriage class, they list 10 ways to have a good marriage. You cannot come to a teenager and bring that without a story to back up,
Very
because
true.
guess what? Your story is the only thing they'll remember.
Very true.
That analogy that you gave about trying to discover gold is what they will be ready for. Now let's go
Absolutely.
to the principles. I mean, how to know love, how to know what love is, and we're going to take it from. Thank you so much for this. From what the Bible says about the definition of love. It's patient. Please, this version is teenager version. Can I have my father in the Lord's version, King James? King James or New King James? Please, if you're not a Christian, I want you to understand that we're using the Bible as a resource material.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And we have been told that God is love. So why
Yes.
would we
So,
talk about love
yes, we want
without
to learn
talking
the
about
love from
God?
Him. No, we don't talk about Him.
Let us even go back. When we want to talk about these things, we say, please don't over spiritualize this thing. But we need to
we,
go back to the foundation.
of course, we can't treat love without God. That's the truth.
We
And,
cannot treat
and,
love.
and, and that's the challenge we're having in the world where people want to be able to define or explain love excluding God. And that's the challenge we're
It will
having.
be treated. That's the confusion now. The
Yeah,
young
it's
man
a
was saying to
confusion.
me, you can love if you don't lust, you
It's a
cannot love. That
confusion.
means you should first be lusting after somebody. Then in the process, you now start
You
loving the
now
person.
start loving.
This is
It's
where
a
the
confusion.
entire confusion starts from.
Of course. Of course. That is the
This
confusion when
is
we want
this
to
is
exclude God from
when we
that
want to
conversation.
want to take
Yeah.
God out. I'm still
It
waiting
can
for my King James definition
James
of what is love.
King
Is
James,
it
maybe we should
there?
give us King James because
Okay.
okay, yes, it's
Love
here.
is love suffered long. Love is kind. That's love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious. Does not. But are you sure this is like his New King James?
This
I'm looking for,
old
but I'll take this.
old King
This is the
James.
old. I should have asked for New King James. I will take this one. Love doth behave itself unseemingly, seeketh
Mm-hmm.
not her own. That means love is not
Mm-hmm.
selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Love is not easily provoked. Do you know that if you use this definition, you have taught your teenagers
I'm
about love?
telling you, absolutely.
Because all this jealousy of why is he talking to another boy in my class? Why is she looking at another? Look at it. If that is love, you will not be jealous.
Absolutely.
Your wife can trust that I and you will go out for lunch and she knows that it is pure love. It's not another bending corner kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Because that
Mm-hmm.
is real love. But you see, these children, they don't trust each other. That is why cult members keep killing
A
themselves.
lot of jealousy, envy,
Because
and
love does, because that one is lost. Lost envies.
mm,
Love is
mm,
suspicious.
mm,
Love does not trust.
mm.
So using this standard, thank you so much. This is what I wanted actually. New King James. Love does not envy. Love is not angry. Love does not parade itself. You see all this
Mm.
my boo and bae on Snapchat. A teenager said to me, Tetima, Snapchat is the workshop of the devil. I say, Jesus.
As what is happening on Snap.
What is going on there? Is deep. So
Jesus.
we need to teach our children, our teenagers, the definition of love. Now, another thing we need to teach them, Uncle Ebuka, is the
Hmm.
timing of love.
Timing. Timing.
When can we love? I asked them this question, and one girl just stood up. I know the answer. I said, "Tell me, my daughter." She said, "Timing. You are ready for love when you're emotionally matured. So you're ready for love at different times. For example, 15 years." Since I said, "Ta, ta, come on." Ta. Like 15, like 16. And I'm like, yes, you might be emotionally
Mm-hmm.
ready for love because you're matured. How about
Mm-hmm.
your emotions? How about
Mm-hmm.
your spiritual life? How
Mm-hmm.
about your physical life?
Mm-hmm.
How about other aspect of your life? So love is
Mm-hmm.
not just about your feelings, your
Feelings.
emotion. What of your mind? Is your mind ready for this love? Is your body ready for it? You think it's easy to love? Go and
Mm.
love first. You are tired, you are sitting down listening to who you love. You don't have money, even financially. Are you ready? Are
Mm.
you ready to love without money?
Mm.
That is why girls sit down and just collect. My
As
boo
in,
will give me. My boo will give me. You're not ready to love. The first thing I would do that would hook Odogu was gift. He told me that I was the first person that would ever give him a gift, lady.
Wow.
That all he knows is women giving, collecting, collecting,
Collecting, tax
collecting.
collectors.
So when when he now saw me give a gift, you know when the Bible says the gift of a man maketh way,
Hmm.
that's it. That was
Hmm.
what happened to me. So,
Hmm.
and I bought the gift with my money.
Wow.
I bought the gift with my money. So I told the teenager, I said, no, 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 no. You must be spiritually ready, financially
Hmm.
ready, mentally
Emotionally,
ready,
mental,
emotionally ready, and
as in
physically, everything together.
psychologically,
So, Klebuka,
absolutely.
how do we explain to our young ones, boys and girls, that the timing for love is not when you're 18 years, it's not by years, it's not by age.
Thank you very much. And this question is what I've received from many teenagers. For instance, a teenager said, "Oh, it's not about age. There are 60 years old men who don't understand
Yes.
this thing, or who will fail in relationship, but they are 15 years who will do far better than them. So
Mm.
it's not about age, and I can prove that. You see, I can see all that's happening in the world with other people. It means they are not even emotionally ready. So it's not about age; it's about your mind. So okay, okay.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So that mindset is what a lot of them have because it's what they hear, what people tell them, and the way they feel. But what I want to tell to parents first, in talking with them about timing, one thing you must learn to do is to validate the times they are in and their feelings. Oh, yes, I understand. I won't deny that you will not have crushes or feelings. Oh, I also had crushes or feelings, and but like there's one word they told me then they were telling us a story about love, and there's one thing they told us: if it's not timely, it is deadly. I can't
Mm.
forget that word. If it's not timely, it is deadly. And there was a way they explained even a time bomb using that. All right. And since then, it just stuck in my memory that there's a time for everything.
Mm.
All right. All right. So it was that understanding that was repeated over time that there's time for relationship. There's time. Okay, you might feel you have feeling or you need a shoulder to lean on, but do you have what it takes to sustain it? They keep
Mm.
asking me, are you ready? Oh, you are 15. When do you want to get married? The next 10 years, the next 15 years. Oh, you're able
Mm.
to hang on this for the next 10 or 15
Mm.
years. The truth is that when we are talking with our young people, we have to sit down, we tell stories, we give practical examples, we ask open-ended questions that they are able to answer you. Oh, when this person needs this, are you able to provide? How do you get it? Okay, if you don't have it, what other means will you likely do to get it? You
Mm.
just be forced to do this. So there's a
Mm.
way these conversations is hard with the young people when you're able to explain to them, but you must just validate that yes, you understand they are going through a difficult time, but this is the timing. Okay, love is proved over time. And then are you mentally ready? You say you are 15, you are still in my house, you are still in SS2. You still need
Mm.
money to barb your hair, you need money to buy this, to buy toothpaste. Okay, do you think you are really ready to be able to? Someone say, it's not about money. Love,
Eh.
you don't need to do. Okay,
Mm.
sometimes I even explain the bulk of the load they have academically. Are you even
Yes.
able to manage it? Sometimes I'm able to say, can we get your result and see? Okay, understanding the burden of relationship and getting things into. Do you think you can manage this? So there's a way we have sincere conversations, and even share experiences with them. Sometimes parents are afraid to even share their mistakes. Okay, there was this person I thought I was all healed all over. This happened and this happened. At the point I knew that I wasn't ready. All right. They want to know what has happened in your time. What did you do? How does that explain and narrate to where we are living in? So the challenge is that most of them don't understand timing because of the way we explain to them, the way we connect
Mm-hmm.
to them. You shared your own story. I told you this word, if it's not timely, it's deadly. It stuck with me. I don't know. That story just stuck with me and that analogy. And I just told myself it just has to be time. But they kept validating that yes, you have feelings, yes, you have crushes. But will you marry everybody you have crush on? That's what the key
Exactly.
was saying. Okay, you want to go into this week, next week. That means in the next 6 months, we would have been having 16 people you're in relationship with. Is
Mm.
that worth it? So they were able to help us understand delayed gratification. So for one of the things my mentees did at that time, or my parents was like, okay, you had a crush on this person, and this person was, oh, you know, some teenagers, this person is this, it's all over. I even see some of them. I said, it's your mother's birthday. You will not tell your mother this, but in 3 days to the girl's birthday, in adding to Chioma's birthday,
You will
the
not
woman
hear
of my
what.
life, the one that did this
Mm.
to me, the
You will
one
not
I said,
hear
this
what.
person that will not marry you is the person of your life, your oxygen. All right, but even the person that gave birth to you have not even become your oxygen. But as some of them, I followed them through as after 3 months, how far with that person?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, to forget that person. That again a scam. I see it's you
That's
that is a
so.
scam. You were scammed by yourself because you were not ready for it, but you deceived yourself that you were. But see,
That
so
you
I
could
bring
handle
those
it.
practical examples and be able to know that okay, if I'm able to sustain that, build self-control over this person, then I can build over the second person, I can build over the third person, I can build over the fourth person. So their challenge is that
That's
they
right.
are not able to build over one, and so they don't see the reason to build over next. All right, so they
Mm.
need a lot of skills and strategies in connecting with them, explaining timing, using stories, using experiences, and validating the feelings and the times they are in. When they see that you understand how they feel, then they're able to understand what you're saying. The first thing is that most of them feel you don't understand how they feel, so they
That
can't
is
connect
it.
with what they
That's
can't
it.
connect
They
with what
just
you're
feel
saying.
you're judging. Yeah.
They must know that you understand how they I understand you have a feeling. For some of them, they say, I'm not even asking, do you have a crush? I say, who is your crush? Who are you crushing on at the moment? Oh, no, at the
Finish.
moment. Who was the last person? Okay, I understand. More will come in the next 2 weeks or 1 month. Another one will pop up. This is what you should do. So they validate that you understand that these crushes will come. And they can even come and tell, I'm crushing on this person. Though. And some of my boys will say, oh, I saw this girl today. Hey, coach, I was really like an electric shock around. They knew that I can connect. I can share
Mm.
with him. He understands. I said, okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
holding you accountable. In the next 1 month, don't talk to this person. This is what you should do. Come back and tell me how it's going. When they know you understand them, then they can connect with what you're saying. I'm asking parents, does your children know that you understand them? Does your disposition show you understand? Does your conversation show you understand the time? That is the foundation to them really getting, because how did the Bible say it is it's a deep unto deep. All right, it's a spirit to spirit. You must understand them for them to understand you. Most time we don't understand them, but we want them to understand us. It's a two-way traffic. All right, and we must learn to even talk with an open mind to understand their face, so that they can even be open to understand what we are saying. Because there's something a veil does to a teenager. Once he sees you don't understand and you don't connect, they are veiled. And no matter
That
how you explain it, it becomes
they
difficult
shut
for you
down.
to penetrate. They shut down. You must
Mm.
understand, all right? And they will be open to really connect with you. Timing is key for teenagers.
Yeah. Thank you so much. In fact, I had a good laugh because this is how we go back and forth. Look, if you're
Hmm.
having these love conversations with the teenagers and you're not arguing, you have not started.
Ah.
They are not just going to take it hook, line, sinker like
Abba,
that.
you must be ready to dissect. I'm telling you.
So go back and forth
And
and
fourth,
back and
come with
forth.
your strong reasons.
Yes. So you see, when I see parents that just feel like they can just have these conversations without preparing, I'm laughing.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Mm.
are you kidding me? Even me, the baba of
You need
this
preparation.
love matters,
Because
I
when they
write down.
hit you one question like this,
Ah, I'm even talking about my person, even my biological children.
mm-hmm.
I prepared the other day. So, guys, if you have not heard, you know that yesterday we released the Valentine bundle. That bundle has love matters in it, dating plan, friendship plan. While I was preparing, I had to go to my archives. I saw all sorts of sex conversations that I've stored in my both for my biological children, for my mentees. You don't go and speak to a teenager without preparing.
Absolutely.
Yes, you're going with your stories, with your mistakes, with your experiences. Did you intentionally pick out the lessons from those stories, or you think you're just sharing for sharing's sake? So that's what happened to me. Don't make the same mistake I made, though. I don't know about you
Hmm.
guys' children. My own children, like my daughter, she's so smart. She looks at you
Mm.
like,
Uh-huh.
okay. So
Okay.
well done for your experience, kind of thing. What are the lessons? She usually says to me, Mommy, she was the one that taught me how to teach her. She said,
Hmm.
Mommy, when you want to correct me, when you want to teach me something,
Hmm.
do it in like PowerPoint. When she's telling you PowerPoint, what she's telling
Hmm.
you is that list out the content specifically. So even though I'm not bringing out a PowerPoint physically, I have prepared why, myths, facts, truths, lessons. I've gotten quotes, examples. Everything is in my head while I'm having this conversation. And somewhere written down in my notepad. Don't just come with your stories and experiences without backup, strong backup.
Hmm.
This how God is, right? When we go
Mm-hmm.
to God, He even tells
Come
us,
with your
come with
strong
your strong.
reasons.
So that's why you cannot pray. See all this Father Lord prayer. You see that it doesn't really work. Father Lord, do what? Your word says this. You go to your teenagers are smart people. Forget that they
Oh,
are
very smart.
16, 17, 14. Go with points, go with highlights, go with content filled knowledge. And in
Hmm.
one of the materials I created, I wrote it down that if your sex education is not knowledge filled, content filled, it's
Hmm.
incomplete,
It's incomplete.
it's misinformation.
Hmm.
And this is how their peers actually teach them. Their peers come and
Absolutely.
say, we did it in the thing sweet. The
They
thing
give them
sweet.
an knowledge, they analyze the
They
thing.
will come and analyze. But you just came and said, if you hear that fornicators will go to hellfire,
Hmm.
all
Hmm.
immoral people, their
Yeah.
part is in hell.
If you see any girl, you will die like fire.
If you look at me them twice, you have the child does not understand. My daughter was the one that said, Mommy, so what next? So now it's not good for me to sleep with a boy before I get married. After that, what? So what do I do with my feelings? And this is my
Hmm.
next question, Oklebuka.
Hmm.
How do we help them deal with their current state? We say there's a time to love. You must be
Yeah.
financially ready, spiritually ready. We listed everything for them. Okay, agreed. As at time T now, now. What do we do?
Fantastic. Very good
What
question.
do we do with how we feel? What do we do with while we are waiting? I call it the predating era. So there's a
Mm-hmm.
time to date, there's a time to do relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Before that time, what should we do?
I tell parents, is your home a safe haven for emotions? Most of the things our children are looking for outside is because they are is empty at home.
There's a gap.
Most of the things there's a gap. Most of the things we are seeing, most of the children we see on the street is because of the vacuum that is at home. That is the truth. There are some people I see that struggle with drugs, and so the only thing they're looking for is no matter the therapy you give to them, they just want you to fill the vacuum that is at home.
Mm, mm,
So most of the issues we have is that this love they are looking for at this time because we have not been able to fill their love bank. And so it's empty, it's dry, it's not spiced up, there's no creativity around it. And so somebody out there is telling them something they've never heard. Or they heard this with somebody in a deceitfully creative way.
mm,
And I tell parents, how can you be strategically creative? Because the people that are your competitors are
mm.
not sleeping.
At all.
The boys and girls that are your competitors are strategizing new ways, but we are not evolving. And that's what I'm saying. So it's not just a lot to say, your daughter goes, oh, you look good, bye, and be
Mm.
careful.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
more.
exactly.
Super boy, great boy, you are blessed. There's more. Because your competitor in school has prepared for him or
Yes,
her,
yes.
got new strategies. Let me tell you
Mm-hmm.
then, when we were in secondary school, how did they used to do it? They used to rehearse in the hostel. They
Yes.
rehearse. They used to carry songs of Solomon to write the letters. They
Mm-hmm.
will stand before one boy, two boys will not stand and be practicing what they will do. You see,
Free
when you go
practice.
to the girl, when you go to her, giving her line, punchline. As you are giving her, she may be doing as if she doesn't want it. The more she's giving, as you keep giving her, they'll be
Still
talking
training.
about
Still
their work
training.
step. This is where you should. Don't They'll be even telling you how many meters apart. Don't be too far. Make sure you are
Don't be
not this
too close.
distance. Be getting this thing and be giving her when she's falling, even when she's walking away, be giving her until she falls flat. New
Aye.
strategies every day. Your competitors, you that is at home, no, you are still using the 1922 strategy. So most, I think, what did you do with their feelings at this time? You validate, and you are in that space for now. So how are you doing it as the parent who shows love, whose children understand the depth of love? There are some things you will tell your daughter or your son, and there's a way you show a measure of love that when they understand that it's not time, no matter how somebody wants to deceive them outside there,
Your
they
love
know
bank
there's
is full.
something deep. My love bank is there's something deeper than this that I experience. There's something deeper. Like I always tell parents who say, we are following the examples of Jesus, and I keep telling them, Jesus prayed with disciples, he did it, but Jesus went a fishing, and I keep telling them, beyond the prayer and the temple, fishing and come. When will you go for your own fishing with them and roast fish, fish even
You
at the river
know.
bank? All
You
right. So
know.
their love bank, it was holistic. I can imagine Jesus going to roast fish. Yeah, when I read that, I'm like, this man so strategic. All right, there's a connection, and that's why these disciples, we are ready to die for him, come what may, because
Yes.
there's been a connection. He has so
Balance.
filled their lives, both love spiritually and otherwise, that no matter
Everything.
what somebody else says outside, they were ready to fight and stand. So even Jesus, as our own perfect example, he was balanced. He related with his disciples, which we
Yeah.
may call his children, so deeply that they were ready to go all the way and stay to his word. What are we also doing to ours? How are we connecting? How are we using the 21st century skills in a very strategic way to connect, to show, okay, I love this. There are different ways you can even send tests to your children at this time. Some of those things, before they hear it, you have given it to them. All right. There are signs to your child is having his birthday. Somebody there has prepared how to slay her in her
Uncle
birthday.
Ebuka, sorry,
Before,
please, sorry. Let me
yes,
just cut you short. I
yes,
just need to
please,
give you for this gist. So you know
please.
my my daughter is in SS3 and she does an online business of gifts, items and all that.
Hmm.
She said to me that a particular boy in her class
Hmm.
booked Valentine gifts since December,
Bokom bam
sent
bam.
her 50K. Meanwhile, me, when did I get Odogu's gift? This boy, since December,
Your competitors are not sleeping, though.
this boy
They
went and has.
December.
Meanwhile, this
Well,
girl's father might be somebody that will be saying,
uh,
abeg you, all these
uh,
children, let them just
I
face
beg
your
you.
book, face your studies. You're
Okay,
in
okay,
SS3. They are in the same
okay,
class, so all of them are in the
okay.
same class.
Your competitors are working.
50K, 50K. He has
Hmm.
already asked, he budgeted it to spend on this girl. But when we say give children Valentine, they say, abeg, who
No,
gave
I
me?
beg you.
Who gave
I
me?
beg you. They should go and these things don't happen in
They
this
should
world.
face
But then
their
in a
school.
world where these things are happening, we must not deny it. Most I say a lot of parents living in denial. Even in the person that started preparing for your daughter's birthday 6 months ago, you even forgot
Mm.
the day. And the person I've
Mm.
been putting in his statue in Adi to my
Mm.
Chioma's baby's birthday in Adi, but they reminded
Mm.
you in the night of the birthday. So you're kidding me. And you expect that person's love bank to be full. You expect that
Mm.
person's feeling to be validated and not to look for an
Mm.
alternative. So how do we help them with their feelings now? You are the one, and we have so much openings to their life at this time,
We
but we are not
do.
utilizing it
I
enough.
agree.
So when that is done and full, there is the person outside have to work extra hard, because it's as if you are giving me what I've received in full measure. So there's
Yes.
no there, I'm not
Uncle
there's
Ebuka,
no
I
there's
can
no there's no
testify.
there's no need for
True.
this. What I've seen is in full measure. There's no need for
True.
this. But some of us have
Very,
never
very
even
true.
told our children, I love you. I've never even sent something sweet or share something deep or tell them how. And those people always tell them how they feel. This is what happened to me. We don't come to have
Mm,
conversations.
mm,
They know that you're interested in their life and they're interested in yours. Sometimes we want to be interested in their life, but we don't want them to know what is happening to us. All right, so they don't feel safe, they don't feel
yeah, they don't
that this
feel involved
relationship, they
in your
don't feel
life.
involved in
Exactly.
your life. And once that happens over time and somebody is giving them an alternative, because we are wired to, we are wired, there's a way we are wired as a sexual and emotional beings, that we just want to fill that vacuum.
Mm,
So how do
mm.
we keep them stay in that feeling? You have the power, but we are not utilizing the power. What are we saying to our children? How are we filling their love bank? They're just out there looking for something to fill that vacuum. Once we strategically and skillfully fill that vacuum, sincerely, that competitor will have a tough match. And they will always come back to tell you, because they're seeing somebody even trying to do less of what you're doing. In fact, to them, is a gist. They love. Can you imagine what this person told me?
Mm,
I had a good
mm,
laugh, because you know what?
mm,
You're giving me something more. All right, this person is just trying to come and give me 5 naira where you have given me 50,000 in quote. All right, so
mm.
for them, it's nothing. It's a gist. So there's still connection flowing, and you know what is happening in their life. We must do more as parents.
Oh my goodness. I totally understand this because you know, I always say to, I mean, when I and Coach Wendy have conversations, I always tell her, I say, you parents come with all your structure, all your rules and regulation, you come with the do's and don'ts. Okay, so what should I be doing now? I mean, this is it's good, it's so beautiful to wait for love, the timing for love when it is not deadly. Yes, all that is good. However, how be it, what should we be doing now? We have heard that we should be filling their love tanks. We should be the, we should be, we should understand that we have competitors. That's one new
Yes,
one I've
so
learned today. Oh.
you must know that
And
strong
I'm going to be very
competitors.
conscious of this. I'm going to be very conscious that the way my like my daughter, she's a social bee. She likes
Mm,
her friends and everything and all that. I found a way to enter their circle. I say this
mm-hmm,
people circle, I am inside it. So her
mm-hmm.
birthday is coming up next month. They are in school, but they are going to be around for jam. I'm going to find a
Yeah.
way. In fact, I've already promised them one outing that I need
Uh-huh.
to find a way to get involved in what
Mm,
they are doing. And that
absolutely.
brings me to the group dating thing. You
Mm,
see all this, like your children want to go out. I beg you, that's where you go, peer pressure, you go and
mm,
square the world.
that's
Look,
so.
look, 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 look. I wrote it in one of the plans that came out yesterday. Instead of you to no, 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 no,
What
all your
I
answer is no.
That is what they
Why
keep
don't you
asking me. They
create
don't
a
have healthy
system?
alternatives. There's no healthy
Exactly.
alternatives.
What is the
Don't
healthy
do this.
alternative?
What is the healthy
What should
alternative?
we do? For me, I believe so much in group dating. I
Absolutely.
believe, and I've sold that narrative. My daughter and her friends is
Absolutely.
working. When they want to
Abs-
go out now, in fact, they are making it so creative.
Yeah.
Recently, they went out for a picnic
Help
and they
them
did
plan.
what
Give them
I do
food.
understand.
Get things
Okay,
for
Muka,
them.
if you see how they went for that their picnic, even me, I stole their idea. They called it a rainbow picnic. So the
Wow.
dress you wear is the color of snack you will bring. If I wear
Wow.
orange, all my snacks will be orange. If you see this their
Wow.
picnic, if you
Wow.
see their picnic, some people came with purple and purple snacks, purple biscuits, purple chocolate. That way, their love tank is filled at home, is filled with their friends. Is They will not be looking for one on one. Let's two of us, let's look into each other's eyes. No, because the positive energy that they feel in a group is far more than two aside. You see, only
Healthy
two aside,
alternatives.
only me and you,
Mm.
only me and you. Only after some time. So what I've done is I've sold the narrative that group dating is sweeter and more interesting, more fun than
Absolutely.
one-on-one dating.
Absolutely.
So my children
Absolutely.
are constantly looking for, where are we going to this time? Where are we going
Circle.
to the
Yeah.
restaurant? Where are we going to this? In a group.
Mm. Absolutely.
So all this come, let's go together alone. It's no more looking interesting in their eyes.
Hmm.
That's how to teach this love thing, because the time for one-on-one love
Hmm.
will come. You will be married to one person alone. You 18 years I'm doing. Sometimes I'm like, can I get a break? Can I go for? Can I go out with my friends instead? Can I take a break? So the time for one-on-one is coming.
Absolutely.
Do you know
So
that
now,
they are going to be married longer than they are single? Look at it now.
absolutely. Of
I
course.
got married at 25.
Hmm.
If I live till 100, as God has said, so I'm going to be married for 75 years. Have you people
So,
seen matter? In that 25 years, how much fun did I have with my friends?
hmm.
How much fun did I have with my friends? How much fun did I have with my peers? That is what we are supposed to be, and that's how we're supposed to be teaching love.
Hmm.
So it's not just enough to go to and say, keep yourself when you get married, all those ones they know. Okay, so what should they be doing now? They should be having fun at home, do home parties, help them,
That's
like
the thing.
I said, plan it. Tell them
Plan
that
with
I'm putting
them.
your
I'm
friends.
going to,
This person,
yes.
what do you guys want?
I promise you, I'm going to give you 50 meat pie. Okay, I'm going
Do
to
you
give you
understand?
20
I'll give
plates
you
of
drinks. Let
rice.
them bring this.
You
Do you
know,
know that your children will be served? They'll be willing to
healthy
wait for love.
alternatives.
They'll be willing to wait.
That is one thing. For one of them called me and said, okay, one of them abroad called me and said, oh, they've told me not to do this, that. Okay, what should I do? Say,
Uh-huh.
coach, what should I do? Which one?
Which one?
No healthy alternatives is to lock them in. No healthy alternative. We must begin
I'll
to
be
help them
reading book.
create
They'll be
and be reading
reading book.
book. Create circles of people that can healthy circles and where they can go and have their own fun in a healthy way. Oh, these people are doing this. They are going for party. They are doing this. Where will you go for your own? Organize for your own. Let them
Organize. That's
go.
what I said.
Organize for them. Let them go.
That is
You
it.
know the right people. They go. They wear their own style of this thing and have fun. Snap their own pictures. And that's why one I think I like team mentors we like to do. Healthy alternative. You say they should not go for that party. Which one should they go for? You
Which
say they
one?
should
When
not
they
go
say
to this one.
camp, you say
Which
there's
one?
lion in the
They should
camp.
not. They
You
have.
say we are
Which
doing
one?
hangout. You say I'm tired, I cannot bring them. So I was
It
going to come
just to
to that.
sit down. It can't
Seriously,
work
I was
that
going
way.
to come to that. I was going to say that in providing healthy alternatives, you see this like now we do. I see you do things with the boys. I do things
Hmm.
for teens. On Sunday
Hmm.
we had a Valentine party for
Hmm.
teenagers. I was tired at the time. I forgot. I'm feeling sleepy. Continue.
Okay.
Be tired.
Continue.
Be doing.
Continue.
Your child will start seeking for this thing
Of
because it's a
course.
need that must be met.
They will sneak and go without your
They
consent.
will sneak and go for glow in the dark party. Have you? Did you hear that
So
party? I
I've
can never
never heard
forget
that
that
one.
party. Hey, glow in the dark. Everything in the party is dark, black, except what is on their body. How
Ngwanu,
many people can be there? Is that not one, not a black party?
Ngwanu,
Because
Ngwanu.
they need these things. Instead of being afraid, why don't you set up an accountability system? Please go and get those plans. I
Hmm.
explained everything there for you.
Hmm.
Those plans came from years of research and struggle
Hmm.
with my daughter. Because, like I said, my daughter is a social bee. So I kept fighting. You are not going. You are not going. You will not go. They will spoil you. Peer pressure. The fight. We will not talk to each other. Everybody, the tension was too much. I had to find a system that works.
Solidly.
So now in her, and she knows I have an outing accountability book where you're going, phone number, who is going to be there. There are certain questions she comes to me now and says, Mommy, so we're supposed to go for this outing. This is the venue, this is the adult that'll be with us, this is what we'll do, this is where we'll do. She already knows, she has the template, she got the memo. It will save you from a lot of fights.
A
It will
lot
save you
of
from
unnecessary
hypocrisy.
back.
There's nothing I hate like a hypocritic
Hypocrisy.
teenager. They'll come
Absolutely.
before you, bless you, my half mommy, the Lord is with you.
Hmm.
They'll talk to you. Yes, the Bible says, yes. When you finish, they'll go and do the one. They'll go and do the one that will give them joy, that will give them
Hmm.
vibes.
Hmm.
When we are doing programs, you see this fishing you talked about. There was a time I wanted to organize a fishing event for teenagers.
Wow.
Parents were just going back and forth. I just cancelled it because I mean my
Oh,
children were even in
get.
school. I was doing it for parents' sake. They were not ready. I cancelled it. I found a place where they fish because that's how I
Wow.
think. I think like a teenager sometimes. I think like this is what they will like. They will like the fun, they will like the experience, we'll teach skills. Parents were asking me questions I could not answer. I just can't look. I'm like, I can't come and kill myself because I'm just here. But I think I'm going to reconsider it again this year. But maybe this time we'll just go with the boys at the Boys Leadership Academy and the girls at the Girls Hall. We'll just go with our community so that we'll have fun and pepper them. We'll even roast the fish. I didn't think of that part. We'll
Of
roast
course, who runs the fish to harbor?
so
That
that
is
we
the,
can build skills of
yes.
patience and all those other things. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys have learned a lot. Seriously speaking,
Yes.
I have learned so much. I have added to what I already knew, and that's why we should never think that these things are too much.
Yeah.
Never sit and feel like, these things that I've been learning since. No, every day. I mean, today I've learned that I have competition.
As in,
How didn't I know that my competition is alive and active, alive and well? So now one girl in my daughter's class now will be planning my son's birthday for him now in
as
March.
in,
That
and
girl
you sit down there and be,
I know they say to my beg, all these boys, they should go and face their studies. He has JSC. You should go and read these books. Focus on your books. And one girl has planned on how to make my son
planned,
so
as in,
special on his
giving
birthday.
him teaser, as in,
The truth is this. I used to, even though I'm a fun-loving person, let me just confess that, one of my weakness was in making my children feel so special. Not like I don't know that they are special, but going out of my way
mm,
to me, I saw it as stress. This is me
mm,
confessing in front of the whole world.
mm,
This was me several years ago. I just feel like, what kind of stress is that one now? And what is all this? But I realized that as they became teenagers, I couldn't continue. I had to change. I had to change the template. As
mm,
children, you cannot express how they feel. As teenagers, they will
absolutely.
tell you and they will show you. That's how your son came and said to me, "Mommy, I just thought that I'll just sleep and I'll just wake up. I'll just see my PS4 wrapped with a ribbon in my bed." I said, "Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. What are you talking about?" But he eventually got the PS4. But what I picked from that statement was how it should have been presented.
How it shall be presented.
So you do these things for your children, but how do you do it?
How?
You just give them that gift. Take. See
Take
them
it.
wanted for your gift. Take.
Take.
Just collect your gift.
So that will
Collect.
rest.
This guy, take it. How do
And
you do the
somebody is
present?
giving them somewhere with enough paparazzi preparation
Hmm.
and this your competitor is working now. Don't wake
Your
up.
competitor is working. One of my friends said to me, because my daughter is going to be 16, so I've been trying to get, ideas about how to make her 16 years very memorable. Of course, my mentoring brain came up with 16, emotional intelligence class. Another mind told me, hey,
Um,
hey, know yourself. My friend shared with me how she presented her husband and her presented the first gold set
wow.
jewelry to their daughter.
Wow.
Another one shared with me how her husband and her presented flowers and beautiful gifts. So people are going out of their way. People are going out of their way to make these things memorable. Okay, now you give your daughter a beautiful jewelry, maybe branded with her name, beautiful love note. What is the thing that one boy will come and bring now
Hmm.
that is going to trip her? Ooh, she's not going to be.
Hmm.
She's just going to be like, "Thank you,"
Thank
because
you.
she's already got it in a way that was so beautiful
So
and
beautiful and special.
unforgettable.
Yeah.
So, parents, I'm challenging you. I know many of you are giving gifts, but how are you presenting your gifts?
Hmm. Hmm.
How are you presenting your phone at home? Are
Hmm.
you the old school mother and father? You now come out with your wrapper and say, "You people don't spoil the things in this house. Because you're doing party does not mean you will spoil the things." Is that how you are presenting it? You okay, they will still you told you do party in your house. How did you present the house for the party? Did you not present it in such a way that they'll be sitting like they're in prison? How are you doing your presentation? How are you making your children feel special? Sometimes it's not even in the amount. You can give your children a gift of 2,000 naira, but the
But
way
the
it is
way you
wrapped,
present it,
the way you present
special
it, the
way,
notes
telling
you
you.
write, it makes a difference. You are telling that child that for now that you cannot love, I am here to love on you.
Hmm.
Don't tell me you cannot collect from another person, cannot collect from you. So go to watch. Let's even think
We,
about it now.
we,
It's not even fair.
yes, you can't collect. You can't collect for you. Where will I not start that?
Where will I,
If
where
I
will
should
I be
not collect from
collecting?
another person, which one are you giving me? I mean,
You tell
you know.
parents, come and go and watch movie. I beg, I beg, I
Mm,
beg, I beg, I beg. Oh.
mm.
I've not gotten,
Another person will
I've
carry
not
her to
paid,
watch
I've not
now.
paid house rent. I've not paid.
Another
You're,
person will
you're doing
carry
the
her to
movie.
watch.
Your phone. You're
Mm.
doing the movie. The girl is like, hey, laughing. You are just there. Hey, what happened? What happened? Because you were on your phone,
And
and
your
you don't know
computer
that movie
will
time.
carry her there, put her hand on the shoulder, whispering sweet things that they are watching, helping
Yes, their
her.
competition, right? Eat her
Their
popcorn. You know,
competitors.
they'll play, they'll play. You
You
see
are
these
tying
things that,
wrapper there, shouting there. Ngwane,
please, parents, help me write in the comment section. I repent. I repent. I'll be
we
romantic.
repent.
I will be a romantic parent. Please write it. That is one way to teach your children love, and I'm going to end on that note. One way to teach your children love is to be a romantic parent. Write it there. I will be a romantic parent. I will be because you have to show them the love so that they know that okay, this is how love should be. I mean, think about it. As a parent, you're not going to be having sex with your children.
Mm-mm.
And now we're telling them don't have sex with your girlfriend and boyfriend. So you're teaching them that love is not sex. That's it. Love is not sex. Sex can wait till
Mm-hmm.
they are married. For now, there are other things to feel in the space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gifts, spending time together, doing things together, going for movies, going out, going for spa. Please go let them massage. Manicure and pedicure is not a sin. It's
Mm-mm.
not the Bible did not
Mm-mm.
list it as a sin.
Mm-mm.
Even you, when last did you do manicure and pedicure? And
Mm.
do you know these things are not so expensive?
Not so
They're not,
expensive.
so they'll be doing your feet, they'll be doing her own, you'll be gisting, you'll be laughing. That is
Telling
love.
you.
That thing that you just did now is love. Don't push your children to people that interpret love as sex. If I don't have sex with you, I don't love you. No, it's wrong. But we didn't tell them the original definition. Please, I am a more romantic parent. Yes, that's what you are going forward. We anoint you. We anoint you
I
to
hope
go
they are
out
coming for
there.
the training starting this
They are
weekend.
going to, if you're not coming, you are at a loss. You are at a loss.
Mm.
Please, the sex ed class for Gen Zs. Now, this we just came to show you people what the class will be like.
As in there.
We just came to give you
As in
people
there.
teaser to tell you that by the time we're done with the class, the children
By
will
the
not
time
want
we
to
are
end
done, of
it.
course.
They will want to stay on. Uncle Ebuka is going to be there. I'm going to be there.
Live.
And we have other facilitators. Well, somebody is saying, I always thought it was so much exposure to life. I like this point.
Mm.
I like this point. You think that you're preserving. I totally understand this. I used to
Mm.
feel the same way too. I used to feel like,
Mm.
you're going to, spoil these children. But the world has changed. Things have
Mm.
moved. We have young people doing what even us as adults have never done.
Mm.
But what we can do as parents is to do it in the acceptable way,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
in the clean
There's a
way, in
way.
the clean way, in the
Mm.
green rated way. There's a difference between
Mm.
X rated and green rated. Green rated is green,
Mm.
clean.
Mm.
So there is nothing wrong with father taking son or mother taking daughter or either way to manicure and pedicure. There's nothing wrong
Mm.
to do your hair. Just have some treats. It
Yeah.
gives your child a definition of love that you cannot explain. It gives,
Absolutely.
so you're trying to explain love is what? Just explain, show it, model what love is.
Model it.
Cook together. The other day, me and Odugu were teasing. We're saying do breakfast in bed. So who will get up and do the breakfast? So we'll go together, we'll do the breakfast, then we'll come and lie down and now have the breakfast. The first breakfast in bed my children will have, my husband made it. He
Mm.
made it, and in fact, my son just woke up and there was tray, but he was like, "What is going on here?" He says, It's called breakfast in bed, so that tomorrow one sugar mommy or one sugar daddy, because they are the ones that know how to spoil children.
Ah,
You see, the
very
sugar
well.
mom, we'll come for that conversation another day. These sugar mommy and daddies, they know how to spoil. And my question has always been, why not sugar woman or sugar man? Why daddy and mommy?
Mm.
Because there is something that a daddy is supposed to do. A daddy is supposed
Mm.
to dot over. A mommy is supposed to, spoil, pet,
Mm.
just give those beautiful feelings. You are not just there only to discipline, give commandments, punish, show them, reset brain. You're not just there to reset brain. Every time you are resetting brain, when are we going to reset emotions, reset feelings,
Mm.
reset this whole, oh my goodness. Please, all of us have repented.
We have
That
repented.
time, mommy, we have all repented. Please repent.
We will see the children this
We will
weekend.
get it. Yes, we will see the children at the weekend, and we're going to get from them if the feedback, if you people have, if we have all truly repented. If you have not registered, we're leaving because it's Valentine's month. We just decided that we're not going to take up the, because right now we have more than 100 children. We're supposed to stop at 100 and take off the price, double the price. But because it's Valentine and because we are also romantic mentors and a romantic academy, we show love, we'll leave it at 5K. But if you wait till after the class, you will pay the 10K. That's what, because watching a replay is harder. You're going to stress more, and you're going to stress us more. So please
Absolutely.
go and do your registrations this minute. Tag your spouses on this video, tag your friends. I'm tagging my husband as well. As we immediately we're done, I'm going to tag him. Let every teen father and mother watch this video, because this is the reason why many teenagers are engaged in sexual vices. They don't understand what love truly means.
Mm.
Thank you so much. You guys help me say thank you to the King of Boys for spending
Thank you for having
1 hour,
me.
3 minutes with us. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Thank you for all the work you're doing. I am also aware that this weekend you're also having
Okay.
a session
Five
with
to
the
seven
boys,
cohort. Yeah.
5 to 7. If you have five to
Uh,
seven years old, we don't have space for them in RTA. Ebuka has space for them. Biko, meet King of Boys after now. Send your 5 to 7 to him, boys. Send to them to him. Himself and Auntie Ruth are well ready and able to take care of them. Don't forget, the sex ed class for Gen Zs kicks off at exactly 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, and then we are done on Sunday. Then we have another surprise package for them. Myself and Uncle Buka as well are going to have a closed gender session. No, it's not
yeah.
5 to 7 girls, man. It's 5 to 7
No.
boys. It's boys. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. If you have 7 to 9 girls, 10 and above girls, come to me.
Yeah.
We start our
Yeah.
mentoring for girls at 7.
So,
Uncle Ebuka has grace for 5. I'm still going to tap into that grace. It's not yet here. Thank you so much. Let me see if I
thank
can
you.
list the people that have made comments. I have Auntie Fola Shade. Thank you. Auntie Buki. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Auntie Joy. Thank you, Obianuju. Thank you, Nkiru. Thank you, Lois Donatus. I hope I've called everyone. I know there are more people, but I couldn't see your comments, so I couldn't see your name. But thank you, everyone. And if you're watching a replay, thank you as well for dropping by. We're going to be here again next week. Just set your alarm. 12 noon Wednesday. Set the alarm, because every Wednesday we are here. Thank you, Uncle Ebuka. We celebrate you.
Thank you for
See
having
you
me.
over the weekend at the Sex Ed
See
for
you
Gen Z
all.
class.
All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
All
Everybody,
right.
bye. Thank
Bye.
you.